I'm pretty sure this is a new video because I don't know how to edit, or I forgot. Okay. But yeah. So I had to use my lunch just to buy my new action figures back, which is something I never let them forget. Oh yeah, you should go watch the other part because you're not going to know what page we're on, which I'm supposed to read 30 pages every day for you guys. Or well, as I could keeping up, because every day is kind of a lot because I got school, homework, and then probably a bunch of other stuff that I don't know. Alright, so you guys cost me a lot of money, you know. Oh wait, I had to use my allowance to buy my action figures back, which is something I never let them forget. You guys cost me a lot of money, you know. Those are the 2 pages. The people who make those kind of movies don't realize how they affect kids. I saw Pintodetic. I'm not good at reading long words. When I was little, and I thought my nose would grow. Oh, Pinocchio, bruh. Pinocchio, when I was little, and I thought my nose would grow. If I ever told a lie, and because of that movie, I never believed that word my mom's cousin Gerald said. I have to get my appendix removed next week. Yeah, right. Once I started thinking about my toys, they were alive. Oh no. Okay. Once I started thinking about my toys were alive, I worried that they would get mad at me for trying to get rid of them. And that made it hard to concentrate on my homework. Oh, wrong date. Last year, I finally gave all my normal bobs to my little brother, Manny. My little brother Manny, so he could deal with them instead. But it turns out that was a terrible decision because at the time, Manny was in the middle of his dinosaur phase. Ooh. I guess normal bobs weren't all that popular with kids because they stopped making them. But the craziest thing happened of all of a sudden. These toys had no one even liked turned into collector's items, and they become super valuable. And I found out the comics shop that a mint condition every day Evan was going for something like $10,000. I used to own 3 everyday Evans, and if I had just been smart enough to keep them in their original packaging, I'd be on my way to be in early retirement right now. Oh, wrong page again. When I discovered how much those things were worth, I turned Manny's room upside down, hoping I could find a everyday Evan that still had all its limbs. I found a leg under Manny's mattress, and I'm not even sure which character it belonged to, but from the smell, it might have been ordinary Oliver. Eventually, I kind of outgrew playing with toys, which is why I got to figure out what else I gotta wish for this year. Oh, I forgot to show you guys a page. Alright, I forgot. Oh, yeah, I don't know if I mentioned. Oh, yeah, I did, but I'm reading 30 pages every time I get a chance, so, yeah. The only thing I really want is the katana, which is one of those cool swords that samurais and ninjas use, but something tells me Mom won't allow that to store everything in the house. I'm guessing ninjas don't have mothers because, I'm talking too fast. I'm guessing ninjas don't have mothers because they've never let them get away with half of the stuff they do. You need to apologize. I kind of wonder if I'm thinking too small with my wish, and maybe I should go big by wishing for something like a jet ski, because that would make going to the town pool a whole lot more fun. And I might be getting too selfish though, and what I should really be wishing for is something good, like a world peace. But if people could wish for world peace on their birthday, I wonder why it hasn't happened yet. I bet it's because sometimes a person will say that that's their wish, but they're secretly thinking of something else instead. The thing is, you're not guaranteed to get your wish anyway, because there have been plenty of times when I haven't gotten what I wish for, so I must be doing something wrong. I've always crossed my fingers when I made my birthday wish, because I thought it would give you extra luck to help get what you want. But my brother Roderick told me that I've got it all mixed up. He said that crossing your fingers means you're just kidding, and it cancels out your wish. So who knows how many wishes I've thrown away by screwing that up. Or maybe I've been doing these things the right way all this time, and whoever's responsible for granting birthday wishes has gotten really behind. If that's true, it's possible I'll get them guaranteed later on. I just hope I don't have to wait too long though, because by the time I get to the skateboard, that I swear when I was 9, it might be too late to enjoy it. Look what came for you, grandpappies. I don't know if I showed you guys both of the pages. Oh no, one of the pages are bent. Okay, it's whatever. It's just a little piece. Another thing I'm not clear about is if you can only make one wish, you're blowing out the candles on your birthday cake, or if I can make it anytime on your birthday, because one year I got a wish guaranteed, and it was all for the dumbest thing possible. Shoot, I wish it wasn't raining. I'm not even sure if you technically has to be your birthday to make a wish. One time, Charlie Anderson came to my birthday and he wished on my cake. I didn't even need to wonder what Charlie wished for, because a few days later, he was riding around with a brand new dirt bike. And maybe it doesn't even have to be anyone's birthday to get a wish guaranteed, and candles are the only requirement. So every time I see one, I make a wish in case I am right. Here's the page. While you're waiting for your birthday to roll around, there are a few other ways to get a wish granted. At our town park, there is a wishing well, and people toss coins inside. But I'm not sure how relatable or that is, because relatable. I'm gonna stop reading that word. That is because I spent a lot of money wishing for things that haven't come true. Sorry for my stuttering. Maybe you have to pay extra if you want your wishes guaranteed. So one day, I tossed a bunch of gift cards into the well to see if that would work. But the wishing well must have known my gift cards had expired, because I didn't have any luck with that move either. Every few weeks, a park worker pulls up the bucket with all the coins in it, and there's a ton of cash in that thing. I decided to set up a wishing well in front of my yard to see if I could get on the action, but it turns out digging a well is a lot of work, which is why I kept it simple. Wishing bucket. I found out people on my street are pretty cheap though, because when I went to empty the wishing bucket after the first day, the only things in there were some candy bar wrappers and a plastic bag with the dog poop. But when I was little, mom always told me that you can make a wish on the first star you see at night. But I figure a lot of other people are wishing on the same star, which means everybody's wish is getting watered down. The way I see it, the sun is also a star, so I get my wishes in bright and early each day, especially during the school year. Oh, glorious sun, let school be canceled today. Another way to get your wish granted is to find a lamp with a genie in it. And I don't know if genies really exist in fairy tales, but I've been going antiquing with my mom on weekends in case they're actually real. Whenever you see a genie in a movie, they come out of one of those fancy lamps. People used back in olden times, but I heard genies get stuck in bottles too, and I'm really hoping that's true. Are you sure we need all that soda? I'm just really thirsty. It would be great if there was an easy way to check to see if there was a genie in a bottle though, because I get nervous every time I put ketchup on my fries. I'm pretty sure genies only come in lamps and bottles and not cans. But if they do come in cans, then Roderick might have a hard time getting into heaven. The thing I don't really understand is how genies keep getting stuck in the bottles. You'd think that after it happened a few times, they'd learn to be a little more careful. Page 24 and 25. There's this kid in my grade named Jarmer Law who gets his head stuck in the back of a chair 2 or 3 times a year. Lately, I've been wondering if he's secretly a genie, so the last time it happened, I made my move. I wished for a jetpack. But like I said, I'm not too sure that genies really exist in the first place, and maybe I'm wasting my time trying to find one. So I guess I'll focus coming up with a good birthday wish, because at least there's a shot I'm getting granted. And if I can't come up with something original to wish for, maybe I'll just use it on world peace. But if my wish does come true this time around, I hope people will remember who to thank for it, because I could have asked for a katana instead. World peace accomplished. Oh, I don't know if you've seen his head stuck. Oh. Alright. Page 26 and 27. If you think about it, it's kind of weird that people even celebrate birthdays to begin with, because for most of us, the actual day of our birth isn't something to cheer about. One second you're floating around and minding your own business, and the next you're stark naked, surrounded by a bunch of people you've never met. So right out of the gate, you start off in an embarrassing situation. 5 minutes later, you're wrapped in a blanket so tight that you can't even move your arms or legs. me, and and if you don't like the little kitten hat they put on you, there's nothing you could do about it. The only time they let you out of the blanket is when they change your diaper, and that's when you find out you have zero privacy. Seriously? Wait, which page was I on? Oh, 27. Just when you finally start to get used to everything, they tell you it's time to leave, and then you discover the world outside is a harsh place, and you're not the most important person in it. Hospital. Back in ancient times, they didn't celebrate your birthdays, and nobody even knew how old anyone was. So it was probably pretty crazy for a while. Gluck, 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 gluck. One day, someone must have announced it was their birthday, and that's the start of it all. It's my birthday. You all have to buy me presents. I guess the whole birthday thing was a popular idea because the next thing you knew, parents were throwing themed parties for their kids to make their other parents jealous. Happy birthday, Katie! Oh no! Page 30. I'm gonna read 31 for you guys because it's not really fair that you guys don't get to see the other page. When some genius came up with then some genius came up with an idea of selling cards on top of everything else. The cards were printed in thick paper, and sometimes they had jokes in them that older people thought were funny. Happy birthday, you old fart. Fa. Later on, someone invented thank you cards. And if you didn't send one of those to people who bought you gifts, it meant you were an ungrateful jerk. I sure ain't. I'm not, but I don't send thank you cards. Because, I hope they do know that I'm nice, because I'm really nice. Oh, it's 17 minutes. Oh, okay. I'm gonna hurry this one up. Okay. I'm not always great about sending thank you cards after my birthday. Some of my older relatives get pretty annoyed when I forget and don't let me know they know this. Dear Greg, I am writing to see if you received my birthday gift. I am worried it didn't arrive since I never received a thank you card from you. With concern, Aunt Doreen. When I do get around to writing my thank yous, people like my Aunt Nasty will send another big card back, which is a little too much if you ask me. Thank you for your thank you card. Wait, I showed you guys last page, I hope. Oh yeah, I did show you that. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed that, because I really enjoyed it myself. But it's the end of the video today, so let's start it with a goodbye. Bye everybody, have a great day. And happy Halloween, because this is the 31st for me today.